and he took planes into the South, under the South Pole. And when he did that, he discovered that as he flew over the pole, suddenly he's looking at things that shouldn't be there.
Admiral Richard Byrd uncovered a jaw-dropping secret deep in Antarctica's icy wilderness during his massive 1946 expedition, commanding Operation Highjump with 13 ships, 23 aircraft, and over 4,700 crew members. What seemed like a routine military scouting mission turned into something else entirely.
Airplane is taken control of when he suddenly sees these flying disc-shaped objects around them that lead him to the ground.
What terrifying secrets are hidden beneath Antarctica's icy facade? Join us as we explore the mysteries uncovered by Byrd and his team and go deeper into the chilling secrets of the frozen continent. Admiral Byrd's forbidden discovery. The main goals of this mission were military, like looking for possible places for military bases in Antarctica. But during their explorations, Admiral Byrd and his team found something very strange and unexpected. This event, reportedly found in Byrd's personal journals and not his official reports, suggests that he saw something so shocking that the government decided to keep it secret because it was too scary. According to stories that came out after Byrd's death, found by his son among his private papers, Byrd had found an entrance to the Earth's inner parts at the South Pole. He supposedly flew his aircraft right over the pole and into this new land. As he flew into this unknown area, the land below him changed dramatically. Instead of ice and snow, Byrd and his team saw a place that was warm and green, very different from the icy landscape of the polar regions. This incredible discovery hinted at hidden worlds under the ice, places that weren't supposed to exist. The idea of such a find was huge, suggesting a reality much different from what we know, full of possibilities that could change how we understand the Earth itself. The thought of unknown lands beneath the ice opened up many questions and mysteries. However, what Byrd saw and experienced in this strange region was not made public, leaving us to wonder what really lies beneath the Antarctic ice. Imagine a place so beautiful and green that it almost seems unreal. This is how Admiral Byrd starts his incredible story. He tells about seeing a bright, rainbow-colored city made entirely of crystal. While flying, his plane was suddenly controlled by an unknown force. Admiral Byrd was taken into a cavern where he met someone he called the Master. In his diary, Admiral Byrd wrote about the Master's serious concerns. The Master was very upset about humanity's actions, especially the recent atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The Master and his people were worried about what was happening on Earth's surface. Admiral Byrd's story is very interesting to UFO researchers. It fits with the many UFO sightings that started soon after World War II. Around the same time as the first atomic bombs were used, many UFO sightings have been reported near nuclear missile sites. This suggests that beings from other worlds are very worried about human activities, especially nuclear weapons. U.S. Air Force officers at nuclear missile sites have reported that their weapons were mysteriously deactivated, seemingly by these concerned extraterrestrial beings. This shows a deep worry among these beings that humanity might not only destroy itself, but also harm the planet forever. Admiral Byrd's story is a powerful reminder of the potential consequences of our actions and the serious interest otherworldly beings might have in our survival and moral choices. If Admiral Byrd's private journal is real, it suggests that not only do highly advanced beings live inside the Earth, but they also watch what happens on the surface. According to his journal, after his incredible encounter, Admiral Byrd wanted to share his story, but he was ordered to stay quiet. When he got back, he was taken to a government facility where he was told never to talk about these events in public. Let's explore a story that connects old legends to today's strange sightings, exposing Antarctica's hidden beings. Could Admiral Byrd's story hint at a link between ancient myths of strange beings living inside the Earth and modern UFO sightings? Fans of the ancient astronaut theory think so. They believe it might not be long before we meet these beings from inside the Earth. Antarctica, a land of extremes, is almost completely covered by an ice sheet up to 3 kilometers thick, thicker than Japan's Mount Fuji is tall. Surface temperatures often drop below -50 degrees Fahrenheit, with winds that can exceed 200 miles per hour during peak times. Despite these harsh conditions, around 4,000 scientists and military personnel live there during its peak season. This last unexplored frontier fascinates us with ancient maps that once marked it as "Here be monsters," the final unknown territory where mysteries still exist. But this isn't the worst part. The mystery deepens when you consider the many reports of strange events and sightings in Antarctica. Some say they've seen unusual lights in the sky, or have heard unexplained noises. Could these be connected to Byrd's story and the beings he claimed to encounter? Many people wonder why there is so much secrecy around Antarctica. Some think the government is hiding something extraordinary there, perhaps even evidence of these inner Earth beings. The idea might sound far-fetched, but the lack of clear answers only adds to the mystery. If there is any truth to these claims, it would change our understanding of history and our place in the universe. Imagine if beings more advanced than us have been living under our feet this whole time, watching us and maybe even guiding our development in secret. On Earth, there's a place full of mysteries called Antarctica. Even though it was discovered almost 250 years ago, scientists still have many questions about this icy continent. The thick ice covering its land hides its true surface from our eyes. Some people, known as ancient astronaut theorists, think the mysteries of Antarctica are more than just about its geology. They believe there might be evidence of non-human activities hidden under the ice. The idea that Antarctica might be a center for alien activity isn't new. For years, there have been rumors and stories suggesting that if these tales are true, extraterrestrial beings could have been on Antarctica for hundreds or even thousands of years. In July 2018, Linda Moulton Howe interviewed a whistleblower who agreed to share secret information about Antarctica on the condition of staying anonymous. This person, a retired Navy SEAL called Spartan 1, talked about an ancient structure he claims to have seen during a mission to the South Pole. At the time, he was a first lieutenant commander in the Naval Special Operations. His team was sent to the southeastern coast of Antarctica for what was officially a reconnaissance mission. The mission was to find a specific person, gather any useful information, and return. But the unofficial details of what they found are still unknown, making people very curious about what's really hidden under the ice. But this wasn't the strangest part. Spartan 1's account of an ancient structure deepens the intrigue around Antarctica. His mission took an unexpected turn when they stumbled upon this mysterious structure. It was unlike anything he had ever seen, hinting at the possibility of an ancient civilization or even alien technology. His description of the structure left many questions unanswered, fueling more speculation and theories. Another interesting point is the environment in which these discoveries were made. The extreme cold and harsh conditions of Antarctica make it one of the most challenging places to explore. Scientists and explorers must endure temperatures that can drop below -50 degrees Celsius. Despite these challenges, the drive to uncover the secrets of this frozen continent remains strong. What more could be hidden under Antarctica's ice? Exploring Antarctica's mysterious structures. Still, one must wonder, what else could be hidden beneath the vast ice sheets of Antarctica? The possibilities seem endless, ranging from unknown species to remnants of ancient civilizations. The ice acts as a natural time capsule, preserving whatever lies beneath for thousands of years. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. Some believe that the thick ice could be covering not just ancient structures, but also sophisticated technologies left by advanced civilizations or extraterrestrial visitors. This idea opens up a whole new realm of possibilities for what could be found as ice melts, or as technology allows deeper exploration. In August 2003, Spartan 1 and his team arrived at their destination and found a huge octagonal structure sticking out from under the ice. They carefully went inside. Spartan 1 described the first structure as having about 18 feet above the ice while the rest was still buried. Every door inside was the same, about 18 to 30 feet thick. Even though they looked heavy, they could be pushed open easily with just a finger. Outside, it was incredibly cold, at least 40 degrees below zero. But inside, it was surprisingly warm, with temperatures between 68 to 72 degrees Fahrenheit. The ceilings, walls, and floors gave off a soft lime green glow, but they couldn't find where the light was coming from. The walls were covered in strange markings that Spartan 1 called hieroglyphics, but they didn't look like any hieroglyphs he had seen before. These strange markings made Spartan 1 wonders about the origins and purpose of these structures. Were they left by an advanced alien civilization that visited Earth long ago and are now buried under the Antarctic ice? Or could they be stone temples or the remains of beings who might still live there. If true, these discoveries could be one of the biggest revelations in human history, changing how we understand our past and our place in the universe. The way the doors moved so easily, the warmth inside despite the freezing temperatures outside, and the mysterious light all pointed to something extraordinary. Spartan 1 couldn't shake off the feeling that these structures held secrets about a long-lost civilization, or maybe even something more. What if these beings were still alive and living among us? The thought was both thrilling and frightening. Despite the awe and wonder, Spartan 1 knew there was still so much to uncover. The strange markings, the advanced construction, and the unknown light source were all clues waiting to be decoded. This could be the key to unlocking a part of human history that we never knew existed. We start talking about a book from the Bible called Historia el Libro de la Biblia. The focus is on Genesis, specifically chapter 6 verse 9, where the story of Noah and the Great Flood begins. This story tells how God decided to send a huge flood to cleanse the earth of its sinful people and start over. This tale isn't just in the Bible. Many cultures and traditions around the world have similar stories. Some of these stories are as old as 5,000 years. For example, the Mesopotamians talk about a great flood in the Epic of Gilgamesh, and the Egyptians mention it in their creation texts, which influenced the philosopher Plato. Plato, who learned from Egyptian teachings, wrote about a lost civilization called Atlantis in his works Timaeus and Critias, around 360 BC. He described Atlantis as a powerful and advanced society that existed 9,000 years before his time. For years, historians and researchers have debated whether Atlantis was just a story or if it was based on real history. Now, we dig into the deeper secrets possibly buried in the ice, the search for Earth's lost Atlantis. Some suggest that Plato's Atlantis remnants might be found in Antarctica. They think that about 13,000 years ago, a thriving civilization was destroyed there. This civilization, believed by some to have come from outer space, supposedly settled on Earth, especially in Antarctica. They think the civilization flourished until a sudden shift in the Earth's poles caused them to freeze quickly and be preserved. Some believe Plato's description of Atlantis was actually about an alien colony on Earth. These ideas mix ancient stories with modern theories, linking tales of massive floods and advanced civilizations over thousands of years. Atlantis might be hidden under the ice where the South Pole is now. Radar and satellite images show strange things, and people who have been there share unusual stories. We're slowly putting the pieces of this puzzle together. Soon, we might solve the mystery of Antarctica. What is really there, and what can we do about it? Many modern whistleblowers argue that a lot about Antarctica is still hidden from us. One says, "I think there are entire bases down there, civilizations that the world's governments are hiding with the help of aliens. They know about the buried artifacts in the civilizations down there. They know about the alien civilizations operating in Antarctica right now. It's possible that Antarctica has an alien base on Earth, a place totally separate from the rest of the planet and thought to be uninhabited, until recently." On August 26, 1946, an American scientific expedition named Operation Highjump started its journey to the South Pole, led by a well-known naval officer and explorer, Admiral Richard Byrd. Admiral Byrd was a significant figure in the United States. He graduated from the United States Naval Academy at Annapolis, fought in World War I, and became an explorer after the war. In 1926, Admiral Byrd and Navy Chief Aviation pilot Floyd Bennett made headlines worldwide when they became the first people to fly over the North Pole. Both men received awards for their efforts. At 41, the aviator flew solo over the South Pole, becoming the youngest admiral in the U.S. Navy. This happened in the mid-1940s when such daring feats were rare and celebrated. His flight wasn't just about bravery. It was a big deal in aviation and exploration history. In 1946, he led Operation Highjump, the biggest Antarctic expedition of its time. This mission included 13 ships, 33 planes, and 4,700 Navy personnel. They spent about 9 months pushing human and technological limits in one of the harshest places on Earth. The mission was mainly for science and exploration, but they faced many unexpected challenges. There were reports of strange aircraft coming out of the water and attacking them. These unidentified flying objects caused a lot of damage, raising questions about advanced technology that might have been linked to the remnants of the Third Reich, or even extraterrestrial beings. These encounters hinted at a hidden history of Earth that we still don't fully understand. In March 1947, the Admiral talked about discovering a new enemy that could travel incredibly fast from one pole to the other. This claim was controversial, but intriguing. Fast forward to 2018, and a satellite image showed a trail of condensed water vapor, suggesting high-speed travel across the Earth, from the North to the South Pole, spanning 12,000 miles. This image brought renewed interest in the Admiral's old reports, suggesting he might have witnessed real phenomena influenced by unknown forces or technologies. The true nature of what happened during Operation Highjump and these high-speed objects remains a hot topic. The implications of these encounters are still being debated and speculated about today. Let's see how new technology could reveal more about these fast, mysterious events. High-speed secrets in the sky. In today's world of exploration, technology has changed what we can discover in amazing ways. This is especially clear in how we can now track fast-moving objects in the sky. For example, a contrail is a trail left by an aircraft flying high in the sky. Usually, contrails disappear within 15 minutes, but the longest they can last is about 30 minutes. Yet an object moving faster than 50,000 miles per hour could leave a contrail that stretches around the entire Earth without breaking apart. Just think about that for a moment. This idea was almost unbelievable, because it meant something unknown could fly around the world from one pole to the other in just minutes before its trail vanished. This speed is way beyond Mach 10, which is already 7,000 to 8,000 miles per hour. Clearly, whatever was in the sky was moving at an incredible speed, suggesting a technology or phenomenon that we haven't seen before. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Thanks to satellite imaging technology, which we can easily access online, we found some surprising things. For instance, in 2016, a satellite image showed what looks like a man-made entrance in a mountain range in Antarctica. This large hole seems designed for a specific type of high-speed craft, hinting at secretive aerial maneuvers. In 2018, online researchers found coordinates for what they claimed was a crashed UFO on South Georgia, an island in the southern part of Antarctica. The photos they shared were stunning, not only because they showed pieces of an object, but also because there were clear skid marks on the ground, indicating a sudden and rough landing. This isn't just about belief. The physical evidence challenges us to rethink what we know about our planet. These discoveries make us question what else might be hiding in the unexplored parts of the world. What other secrets could be out there, waiting to be uncovered? It looks like something was sliding across the ice, but what really grabbed people's attention were the skid marks. These marks were linked to ancient astronaut theorists who noticed the shape of the supposed ship looked very similar to a celestial object that entered our solar system in October 2017, called Oumuamua. At first, this object was thought to be an asteroid, but its unusual shape, path, and speed made a Harvard Astronomy Department chair suggest that Oumuamua might actually be an alien probe. The picture shows a large, long tubular vessel that seems to have crashed into the ice and then skidded along it. It looks a lot like the interstellar asteroid Oumuamua, which could easily be mistaken for a spaceship. The vessel itself is about 50 yards long. There's a chance it came in at an angle, hit the base of this mountain, and that's what made it slide for several thousand feet. You can clearly see the mountain. There's a disturbance here where this track leads us back to this spot, possibly a crash landing based on what we're seeing. At the base of the mountain, it's possible that online researchers using satellite technology have found the remains of a crashed extraterrestrial vehicle and discovered an entrance to an underground alien base. There's been a lot of talk about underground bases in Antarctica, and some satellite photos show mountainous areas with strange caverns and actual windows shaped like flying saucers. What do you think of Admiral Byrd's mysterious encounter in Antarctica? Could his story be proof of ancient civilizations or even extraterrestrial beings living beneath the ice? Like, comment, and subscribe for more.